welcome back to my channel. My name is Kia and I am a teacher. I make videos about teaching, lifestyle, and literally everything in between. So if you're new here, welcome, and if you're not new here, welcome back. So as you guys know, I'm going through a lot of big life changes this year. I am moving out of state with my girlfriend in 2 weeks, and there is just a whole lot of newness and a whole lot of excitement going on. And so over on my Instagram, I asked you guys if you had questions about our move or about my journey as a teacher, whatever. And you guys asked some really great questions. So I'm so excited to answer them and kind of share a little bit about our crazy part in life that we're in right now. So before we get started, I want to thank Ana Luisa for sponsoring today's video. Now, if you guys have been following me for a while, you all would know that I am on a sustainability journey. Also, I am looking to find more eco-friendly products and stuff for the house, beauty products, all types of stuff. And so it has kind of been a challenge, and that's why I'm so excited that Ana Luisa reached out and wanted to partner with me, because they are a sustainable jewelry company. Their pieces are beautiful, amazing, and they're also 100% carbon neutral. That means that all of their carbon emissions are offset in the process of getting the raw materials for the jewelry, creating the jewelry, and then also the disposal of the jewelry as well, which is just honestly kind of amazing. They also create their jewelry in limited batches, which means that they only create a small amount of pieces of jewelry at a time, which helps them eliminate waste and just help our planet overall, because we don't want them going to landfills. So that is really important to me, and I am beyond excited to share some of the pieces that they sent over to me. So I am actually wearing a couple of their pieces today. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but I have really been into like layering gold chains and jewelry. It's kind of been like my go-to look lately. And so they sent me over this very gorgeous chain and this beautiful little necklace that has like a sunflower in it. I love these pieces. They are so comfy. I have not taken them off since I got them. I also got these beautiful little gold hoop earrings. They are gorgeous. Honestly guys, I have been wearing these non-stop, and actually when we went to Jamaica, I wore these pieces the entire time because I just like them so much and I didn't feel like changing out my jewelry. And when I tell you, the quality of this jewelry is amazing. They did not tarnish. There was no like weird itchy that sometimes jewelry does to you. There was nothing like that. It was so comfy. There was no tarnish. I literally did not take them off in the ocean water, in the pool water. They just lasted amazing. So Ana Luisa's jewelry has an amazing quality to them. They're also very affordable. Their prices range from $39 to the more luxury items. And honestly, these were not the most luxury items that they have on their website, but they feel luxury. Like honestly, I probably will never get jewelry from anywhere else. They're just so comfy. I absolutely recommend you guys checking out Ana Luisa. I have their link in the description box below. I also have a 10% off code for anyone who's interested in purchasing some of these pieces or seeing what other pieces they have, because they have a really great selection, especially if you're into gold. Simple, elegant, it's top notch. Go ahead and use my code KiaCyntrice for 10% off your purchase. You guys, I'm telling you, you're going to love them. Click the link in the description box below. I'm kind of obsessed. So anyways, thank you again, Ana Luisa, for sponsoring today's video, and let's get into some of those questions. All right, so you guys asked some amazing questions, and so the very first question I want to answer is why we are moving in the first place. So a lot of you guys asked why we chose to move to Nevada. If you guys don't know, we are currently packing up and on our way to move to Las Vegas, Nevada. A lot of you guys asked why we chose Nevada, Las Vegas. We kind of didn't. It kind of fell in our laps. So we are moving because of Q's job. She had a really great opportunity to relocate, and so we decided that it would work for us. But I think we always wanted to move to the West. We were thinking about either Texas or Arizona. because I think Q really wants to move to a warmer climate. And I like to grow plants, and I'm into plants. And if you guys don't know, I have the biggest plant collection. I mean, look. And I would like to have more of the year to garden. And so I think both of our hearts were kind of in that area. Nevada just kind of fell into our laps. It was just what was offered. And the more that we thought about it, the more that it like made sense. The location, like geographically, she has family in Arizona, Q does. So it really kind of just worked out that way. We didn't really pick it. It kind of just worked out that way. And so that is why we chose Las Vegas, Nevada. But we're both really very excited to move out there. For Las Vegas, people don't realize it, but Las Vegas is in a really great location. Geographically, it's 4 hours to LA, 4 hours to Arizona, 4 hours to Utah. There's like so many different areas you could travel to, and I'm really excited for that, because in Illinois, like you can't just go 4 hours and be in a completely new state. Like if you go 4 hours in Illinois, you'll be in Wisconsin, and it's basically the same thing as Illinois. So I'm excited to be out of the Midwest and to be able to drive to destinations where I feel I'll be able to travel to. We are moving from Chicago to Las Vegas, so it'll be a big difference from the city that we live in now to a new city. So hopefully everything works out. And next question is, did I want to move out of state? Yes, I did. I wanted to move out of state. I love Chicago, but I also wanted to live somewhere different, somewhere new, somewhere that I have not lived before. And we've talked about it for like years, ever since we first got together 4 years ago. And so it's awesome that we finally got to this place of being able to move. Somebody asked, my fiance and I are thinking about relocating. How long did you all plan or save? So we knew we were gonna move. And so Q is very good with her finances. Maybe one of these days I'll make her make a video about it, because she is top tier when it comes to planning and budgeting and saving. Me, on the other hand, I am not. So we both saved. When Q first got her job, she put a lot of her money aside. She saved it. And then when I started working full-time in my career, I also started to save. We probably saved for about a good 3 years. I know that sounds like a long time, but over the course of like living and doing things, you can create room in your budget to save for a big move like that, especially if you're thinking about it and you're ready. You definitely need to think way ahead of time and start putting money aside to move. So we saved a good amount of money to where that we knew that we could cover our moving cost, our cost to put a deposit on a new home or a new apartment or whatever. We saved for any of like those expenses, like going out to see the area or like food when you first move out there, all that kind of stuff. So we saved like a pretty good amount, thanks to Q. We saved a pretty good amount. And so my advice to you all would be to look in the area, see what the cost of living is, and then start saving like immediately start saving, so that you can have a cushion for when you are ready to move. You know it'll be there. And say for instance you don't find a job until like 3 months after you move, you'll have a cushion. So figure out what your life expenses are month to month and save however much you think you're gonna need to save for until you find another job there. So that would be my advice. Just start saving now. Will you be buying or renting? We want to buy, but the market is not very great for buying right now. And we also want to plan a wedding sometime in the future, hopefully. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So we're going to be renting, which is fine with us because the market is terrible and I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. So don't even try to buy right now, especially in the area that we're moving to. You're going to pay way over what people are asking for. So we are renting. Hot topic though, guys, there's nothing wrong with renting. There is nothing wrong with renting. Do not let people sit here and judge you and make you feel like you have to buy a house. Like if you want to buy a house, that is great, buy a house. But if you feel like you have to buy a house because you're an adult or to feel like, you know, I don't know, there's nothing wrong with renting. People make it seem like you're wasting your money going to a landlord. But imagine if you bought a house and you weren't ready for it, and you have to pay for everything. The roof collapsed, $11,000, you got to pay for that. The fridge goes out, you got to pay for that. So if you're not ready to buy a house, don't feel pressured to buy a house. Like, I love renting. Renting is great. If I don't like the area, I can move without much, you know, issue. If something goes wrong, my landlord will fix it. Like, there is nothing wrong with renting. So rent until you're ready, and even when you are ready, save some more. The next question is, what are you most excited for and most dreading about moving? So I'm most excited for finding a new place. I moved around a lot as a kid, and I actually don't mind moving. I actually kind of like it. I like being in different environments. So I'm excited to find a place that we like and make it our own and be in a new environment. And like, the adjusting period is so fun. I don't know, I just like new environments. That's the Sagittarius in me. But what I'm most dreading about moving is that we currently live in a 3-flat condo, and so we are on the 3rd floor. And so I'm dreading having to take all of the furniture down and put it in a pod and go back up and da. Moving in was such a pain because of the stairs. We don't have an elevator, it's a condo. So it was just kind of a hot mess. So I'm dreading the actual lifting and moving stuff. I'm not excited for that. What are the must-have things on each of your lists? So for me, the must-have is a backyard. I really would like a spacious backyard so I can start gardening, like have a bigger garden. It must be dog friendly because I want a dog, and we're getting a dog. So it has to be dog friendly, pet friendly too, because we have the cats. The cats are moving with us too, you all. I'm not excited about that either. We're gonna have to put them in the car for 3 days. What else? A must-have for Q. Oh, it must have 3 bedrooms, because when we moved into our condo, we got really lucky and we were able to find a 3-bedroom condo with like enough space for me and her to have our own separate rooms for like offices or whatever. And so it must have that, because there's no way that we could live in like a 1-bedroom. It just wouldn't happen. And it must be in a good area. It's close enough to Q's job and close enough to my job. How does your family feel about you moving? They are very excited. My mom is very excited. She's a traveler. She loves to travel. So I know she'll come visit me all the time. Q's mom is a traveler. She loves to travel. So I know that she will be visiting us all the time. So our family is very excited for us. And also, we're going to be living in a place that has a lot of things to do. So I'm sure they're going to come visit us a lot, and I'm sure it'll be fine. They're very excited for us, and they're happy for us. So the next round of questions are going to be about teaching, so I'm going to answer these ones. So did you have to change your teaching credentials? Yes, I had to change my teaching credentials. Right now I have an Illinois teaching license, and I have to transfer them over to Nevada. Everything seems to be going pretty smoothly. Illinois and Nevada have reciprocity, which means, I think that's the word. We have reciprocity, so which means that my teaching license in Illinois can be easily transferred to Nevada. So I don't think there will be any hiccups. It was very easy, the process. You just had to fill out an application, submit your transcripts, prove that you had a license, and then pay a pretty hefty fee. And then they send it, and then everything should be processed soon. I still have not gotten it back yet, but I think everything will be okay. I think it'll be fine. The process was easy. There's nothing else I really have to do on my end. So I think everything will work out fine. I'll let you guys know. I'll keep y'all updated. Will I still be teaching? Yes, I will still be teaching. I actually just signed my contract for my new school last week, and I will be teaching 2nd grade. I am so excited. It kind of came out of nowhere. And the thing is that I student taught for 2nd grade. And when I finally was hired at my school, my old school, I was teaching kindergarten, and I was a little bummed about it because I wanted to stay in 2nd grade. And then I taught kindergarten, and I fell in love with kindergarten. And now I'm going to be in 2nd grade, which is perfectly fine with me. I'm actually excited to go back and move up a little bit and to try another grade. It'll be really fun. And I think it'll be a change of pace, and I'm gonna have to do a lot of like work over the summer, PD, a lot of stuff, because this will be my first time teaching in person with a whole new grade. So I'm really excited. I'm a little bit nervous, just a little bit, but I think it'll be a lot of fun. So I'll be teaching 2nd grade next year in Las Vegas. How did I go about looking for jobs in my new state? So I looked on Indeed, I looked on Monster. I also looked at the school districts that I thought I was interested in. I looked at their websites to see if they had job openings. There was a lot of jobs to pick from, which I'm surprised about. Somebody else asked, was there a good was there a lot of jobs? And yes, honestly, there was a lot of jobs, and it seemed like there was a lot of positions that needed to be filled. And so it wasn't, for me, it wasn't that hard. Now I know that's not the case everywhere, but there was a lot of positions open for teaching in Las Vegas. So if you're interested, come on down. Someone else asked, how early did you start applying for jobs? So I started as soon as we found out that we were moving to another state. We found out like the end of April. So April 30th is when we really found out. And so the next day, yeah, I started to apply for my Nevada teaching license, and I also started to apply to jobs. I got my resume together, I made my teacher portfolio, all that kind of stuff, so that I could be ready for the interview process and all that kind of stuff. So immediately, literally immediately, I started immediately, and it took me about a month and a half to find a job that I liked and that I wanted to work at, and that I felt comfortable with. So it took a little bit of time, but I'm so happy with my new school. I'm so happy in the environment that I'll be working in. I'm just excited, you guys. Okay, I have one more house question. So back to the house question. Which areas have you all been to, and where are you interested in looking? So we have looked in the Summerlin area. We have looked in the Centennial area. We've even looked in Henderson. We have not found a place yet. If you guys have not already watched our first moving vlog, we took a trip to Las Vegas to just explore the area and look at some places. I'll put that somewhere around here. Definitely go check out that video. It was an experience. It was an experience. But so we have been looking in a lot of different places. We still have not found anything yet. I think we're waiting for the right one. So it'll be interesting to see where we end up. All right, guys, so thank you for watching. I also want to do another shout out to Ana Luisa. Thank you again for sponsoring this video. Guys, don't forget that I have a 10% code KiaCyntrice. It's in the link in the description box below. Definitely check them out. I recommend them. I've been wearing them this whole time. I love them. So thank you again, Ana Luisa, for sponsoring today's video. Thank you guys for asking questions and being interested in following Q and I on this journey. It's been a long time coming, and we are just so excited to have your support and our family support, and just be surrounded by such a great community. I have found such community in Teachergram and Teacher YouTube. I love it, and I love you guys. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.